time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we see the number 10 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buffaloes will put Colorado and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So BYU's offense has the ball first today. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing you've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? So whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early, get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Back to throw. It's Buckmeyer working that left side now. And it's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Back to pass. And the defense picks up the sack. Send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Buffaloes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his own team. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Lewis wants to pass. Throwing right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick They'll take it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Still looking on the move. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. The defense is settled up.
Well, the defense comes away with a pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all the way through to be a few inches short. The referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right for the big play cover. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Now they can't pick up the first without scoring. He'll streak it and try to surge forward. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard before that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the...
He's got it. First down and more. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Lewis to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Miller. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Hayden. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming with the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Makes the catch. It's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. 1 period looks, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Lewis wants to pass. Hauls it in. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first. There we go. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gained a little bit of everything on that one. And the Buffaloes are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. He's going for the goal line. Going right back to the ball, and this time he finds 1. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And he's close to that first down marker there. Saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He goes to sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the O? And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Bringing the heat. Connection to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Lewis to throw. Using his feet to buy time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Takes a shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball down. He goes at the 39.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success. protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose. Bringing it in and down he goes again. Now, a lot of work to do to move the chains. Keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now, a lot of work to do to move the chains. Keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and pass. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
The offense changing the play. Lewis wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Dances away to buy time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback run is part of their game.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. The give to the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. With the catch, it's Miller. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Got room to work. Creating some space, getting just enough quick blocking. They've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lewis to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and the incompletion. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety, break them, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. This is a design run. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep showing.
He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. BYU with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Montire. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made. They really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got a man, it's Miller. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down with this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They're dealing with a second and long. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be third and long. Lewis wants to pass. It's caught. And line him out of bounds. That's the good pickup spot at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the ground game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bucks. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exit. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under your...
And he is sacked at the 7.
You can just see the excitement this defense has. Every play, they're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the...
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Finds his man. It's Clark. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the official officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Finds his tight end. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Breaks into the open. Nice pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got no swings on, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Gives it on the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. Great move. Now he's got room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Under fire. On target to the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. BYU lines up quickly.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Touchdown, BYU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, in all likelihood they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off.
That's the way to finish a drive and put up points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Boise State looked like a bunch of world beaters. I think a lot of people forget just how much this program dominated the WAC and Mountain West conferences, and they're a problem again. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed to few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them?
Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Lewis wants to pass. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And with the heat he's been under, you wouldn't be surprised if he's seeing ghost every time he drops back. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle. And you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like. Hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Buckmeyer. Catch in the middle, it's Ryan. And he's dragged down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the run. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one and that opportunity.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass.
He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Quarterback making checks. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Now on the move. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Lewis to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.